Roblox items you'll never get.
When you first started playing Roblox, your avatar most likely looked something like this, filled with free avatar items made by Roblox worth nothing. As you played more Roblox games and saw other players' avatars, you'd see the potential with what Robux could do, and in the process you might have learned about some rare avatar items that only the richest, best, or oldest Roblox players have. In this video, I'll be going over some avatar items that everyone...
I never really understood limited. What does limited mean? If it's limited, does it mean like you can only buy a little bit? Because I know limited avatars are like avatar items are super like really rare.
Everyone wants to own but can't get because of the price, the limited amount, or the item simply being available for a limited time years ago. So let's start with an easy one that most people have heard about, which actually offers a pretty huge advantage in games. The Headless Horseman, or how most people know it as Headless.
Headless Horseman. I feel like it's become a thing on Roblox now. If you have the Headless Horseman or the Headless period, you are rich. Because I think it's like a lot of Robux.
The Headless Horseman was published through Roblox over 10 years ago on the Halloween of 2013 and has ever since been re-released once a year for a limited time around Halloween, making it one of the longest Roblox durations still going on. But other than being a limited time Halloween bundle, what makes it worth the insanely high price of 31,000 Robux? Well, buying this bundle gives you the incredibly famous Headless Head, which completely removes your head from your avatar. This not only lets you look cool, but also gives you a decent advantage in games. Most shooting games have preset avatars, and the goal of shooting games is to hit the head, so you wouldn't be able to cheat in any of the big shooters, but there are other things you can use it for. Flamingo or Albert has made multiple videos using it to hide in Murder Mystery 2, so the Headless Head can definitely come in handy in a lot of different games.
Look, I'm trying to hide.
Now, before you go spend your life savings to buy this $300 item, there's a thing you need to know about Headless. It's a scam. And no, I'm not talking about the price. I'm talking about you not actually being headless when wearing this supposed headless head. The head is actually just hidden in your torso and it looks like this.
The nice thing about this package...
What the heck? What?
The headless head. The head is actually just hidden in your torso and it looks like...
It's actually a tiny head. I've actually seen people trying to recreate the headless for cheaper, so...
This.
The nice thing about this package, guys, is, and the reason why everyone wants it is because there's no head.
So the people that buy Headless for 30,000 Robux actually just bought this. Now let's move on to one of the most iconic Roblox faces ever made, which originally sold for 100 Robux, but which has over time increased to 200,000. The Super Happy Face. The Super Happy Face was released on the 4th of September 2016 with a surprisingly cheap price of 100 Robux. Most people will probably know it as the Creecraft face, which he wore from the very release until around when he stopped making piggy videos in early 2022. But if you played Roblox around 2017 and 2018, then you might also recognize it as the DNTDM face, which he does still wear when he uploads Roblox.
DNTDM, I grew up with this man, and yes, I remember it. I remember his face from... I remember that face from his videos, but I never knew the what is it called? The face was like really rare. Like, what makes it rare? Let's see.
Videos.
It's so happy.
But if the face was released for 100 Robux, then how is it now worth over 200,000?
It's now worth over 200,000. Inflation has hit Roblox hard. Super hard. It went from 100 to 200,000. What the flip? It's probably like way more now, because this video I'm reacting to was made 2 years ago.
Well, when the face was released, Roblox set the price to 100 Robux with a limited quantity of 50,000 with only 24 hours to buy it, and only around 30,000 people bought the face. Usually the less of something there is, the more it's worth, and the more of something there is, the less it's worth, right? Well, this doesn't always apply to Roblox Limiteds, and especially not the Super Happy Face, because some other Roblox faces have a significantly lesser quantity and were published before the Super Happy Face and are still a lot cheaper to buy. So a big reason the Super Happy Face is so expensive is simply because it's such a cool looking face. I don't know if it was just me, but back when I first got Robux, I was very careful with how to spend it. I would instead buy the cheapest items possible. So buying a face for a small...
That was so me. That was literally me. I mean, I've seen people with this face, but I feel like it's because they bought it early. Like, I have a cousin with this face, but he probably bought it early. But yeah, bro, I totally agree with this person. When I first got my Robux, I would also recommend, but personally, when I first got my Robux, I would spend it so carefully, chat. Oh my goodness, bro.
Much as 100 Robux sounded like something that would never happen.
I'ma ask you again.
But the people that did buy the face around the time of release and had never spent a single Robux mindset like me must be pretty happy now.
My blushy happy face, which is going for $6,800. That is insane. Whenever I bought this, it was literally like, I think like
Creecraft used to be such a, I don't even want to be mean, but what the flip, Creecraft. What?
500 Robux. It wasn't that much. That's crazy.
What the Sigma?
Now let's move on to our very first Roblox Hasiers that everyone wants to own, but which is really not as rare as people might think. The Valkyrie. The very first Roblox Valkyrie, known as Valkyrie Helm, was released when Roblox was around 1.5 years old in January of 2008 by the user Clockwork. And the reason you might recognize that name other than being the creator of the Valkyrie is because of the Clockwork shades and Clockwork headphones being named by him, both of them having their own item series and being very recognizable avatar items. But despite him being the person to create the incredibly popular Valkyrie series for Roblox, the origin of the Valkyrie goes back to 1999 from a completely different game.
From a different game. I was about to say 1999. What the heck? From a completely different game. Okay. Because Valkyrie, I know Valkyrie from like Vikings, right? And Valkyrie, there's also Clash Royale, Clash of Clans. So
it's actually straight copied from a game series called Valkyrie Profile and this character named Lenneth. Anyway, the original Valkyrie could actually only be bought with ticks or tickets. And for people that didn't play when Tix was around, it was another Roblox currency, basically Robux but free. But the Tix price for this Valkyrie was actually not that high. It was only 30,000, which equals to around 1,500 Robux. In 2013, 5 years after its release, the hat became limited, but because of the amount of time it was available for so cheap, it got 10,000 purchases, so despite it being the original Valkyrie, it's a lot cheaper and more common than some of the newer ones.
Bridge complete.
I'm broke, dude.
Let's go! Let's go! Only 50 owners! There's only 50 owners! No way!
None of them really have an interesting backstory, but they're all very iconic and expensive. But a Valkyrie that has an interesting backstory is the Valkyrie of the Metaverse, which is actually available for free. This Valkyrie was obtained from a Roblox event called Metaverse Champions, which took place in 2021 and was made to be a replacement for the beloved Egg Hunts. But it kinda sucked, so it only happened once. The problem with this event is that it had 4 different teams: Sparks Kilowatt, Faye Yoshida, AJ Striker, and Ren Brightblade. However, one team's avatar was so ugly nobody was on that team. One avatar was there to appeal to the kindergartners and got the easiest games to complete, so won easily. The team with the coolest avatar got the hardest games to complete, so it couldn't win. And the last team's problem I actually don't remember.
Metaverse, I hated Roblox Metaverse. I don't understand it till this day, and I think it's so boring.
This one might have actually been balanced, but it definitely wasn't enough to save the event.
Oh, you want this badge? You want this badge? Yeah, just get everything in the game, beat all the levels, unlock all the characters, and then I'll give you the badge.
Anyway, after completing this event, no matter what team you're on, you will get the Valkyrie of the Metaverse. The Valkyrie is not ugly or anything, but there was a big rumor going around at the time that it would look a lot cooler with the original Valkyrie look. Because on the Metaverse event website, there was a picture of the prizes, one of them being the Valkyrie. And there it said, themed after the winning champion. So people thought it would be a pink Valkyrie because of Sparks Kilowatt getting first place. Anyway, the Valkyries might be put on a pedestal by a lot of people, but they're really not as rare as a lot of people think. In fact, there's a Valkyrie available you can buy anytime for 50,000 Robux. And if you really want to become a Valkyrie owner, then you can buy the Summer Valkyrie for 25,000 Robux, but you're gonna have to be really desperate to buy that. Now let's go back to Roblox faces with one you could have got for free, which is now one of the most recognizable Roblox faces ever, the Epic face. The Epic face was available in December.
Whenever I think of Roblox faces, I always think of this face.
The Epic face. The Epic face was available in December of 2010 and was made with the now old Awesome Face meme. So when I say it's one of the most recognizable Roblox faces, it's because of that meme. Anyway, so like I said, this face was actually available for free. All you had to do was connect your Facebook account to your Roblox profile and post something. And if you didn't want to do that, then you could also simply buy it with 45 Robux.
Shut up and take my money!
This face is famously used by Roblox tutorial YouTuber Connor3D, but even more known on famous Roblox employee Shedletsky. Shedletsky is actually one of the 3 people in Roblox to have a unique icon in the player leaderboard, his one being the Epic face. Now unlike the super happy face, this item did not become limited, so it doesn't have a proper Robux price. However, there's another face called Roblox Madness face, which is a slightly worse version of the Epic face, where it's 70,000 Robux. So that, along with factors like it being from the very beginning of Roblox and the very limited quantity, would raise the price a lot. In fact, only around 12,000 players ended up getting the Epic face, and the amount of people that have the face and still play Roblox over 10 years later is going to be pretty low. It's been said that there's no plans on making it limited, but if it ever did, then the amount of people still playing Roblox and being able to sell it would make the face pretty expensive.
That's crazy. I think the face, from what I can understand, I think the original face got taken down. I love the fact that when you buy something on Roblox and then it gets taken down, you still keep that. That makes you feel more special as a person.
If you thought buying Headless Horseman for just the head is dumb, then you really won't like this next Roblox avatar bundle. The Roblox Death Speaker or just Roblox. The Roblox Death Speaker was released around 2 months after the Headless Horseman in December of 2013. Since its release, it has become the most favorited Roblox bundle that costs Robux, currently having over 2.3 million favorites, even beating the Headless Horseman's favorite count of 1.9 million. But neither of them even come close to the Woman bundle, which for some reason has 7.8 million favorites. Now, unlike the Headless Horseman, the Roblox Death Speaker is available all year round, despite being released during Christmas, but just like the Headless Horseman, it's crazy expensive. If you really want to buy Roblox, then consider buying the toy version. Anyway, so like I said, if you thought buying Headless is a waste, then you really won't like the reason people buy the Roblox Death Speaker. To get its right leg, which is half the size of a normal Roblox leg.
Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna buy a Roblox Death Speaker. So, oh my gosh. Yes, I bought it.
If you're a rich
Bro, people buying that for the leg is so dumb, bro. I don't understand that. I never understand that till this day. Like, why do people buy that for the leg? What's so good about the leg? Like, what are you, like, part of a group, like a clan or a gang or something?
Roblox player, then I can kind of understand buying the Headless Horseman, because it can give you some in-game advantages and also lets you make some cool avatars. But buying the Roblox Death Speaker won't help you in-game, because there's a way cheaper alternative to make your avatar short, and I think the amount of cool avatars you can make using this is far more limited. So the only thing you'll gain is bullies.
Excuse me, Baba Girl. Baba Girl, what do you think of my new avatar?
Guys, look. Bread Noob Killer bought Roblox. Bread Noob Killer bought Roblox.
Now let's talk about an item that you honestly might not even know that exists, but that is way too interesting not to talk about, and that every player of a specific Roblox game wanted at one point. This banana. This banana shoulder accessory was originally sold for 690 Robux with a stock of 99 and is now worth 300,000 Robux. The item was released during the beginning of UGC Limiteds, where players could start making limiteds alongside Roblox, and this person decided to upload a banana. At the release of UGC Limiteds, people would buy anything in hopes to gain a profit. But this is actually not the reason it's so expensive. It's this insanely high price because it was made by Preston, the creator of the pet simulators. And to raise the price even further, owning the item gave you a very exclusive pet in Pet Simulator X, being a Titanic banana. And to raise the price a third time, this pet is not tradable. So the only way to get the pet in Pet Simulator is by owning the actual avatar item. If you know Preston or you've played Pet Simulator X or 99, then you know that.
Hello, I like money.
And you might be thinking, did he really sell it for that cheap? No. Every time someone resells the banana, he gets a small percent of it. So he got far more from resales than what he got from just selling the bananas at the original price. Preston should really chill with all his prices, but you gotta admit that he's a pretty smart dude and knows what he's doing.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
Now let's go back to talking about Roblox hats with a very iconic hat series, the Domino Crowns. The very first Domino Crown was released not even a year after Roblox's release in June of 2007, and is famously worn by one of the richest Roblox players, Linkmon99, and Merrily, one of the creators of the original catalog avatar creator, Catalog Heaven. This hat was given by winning in the 4th Roblox event ever made, called the Domino Rally Building Contest, where you had to make a Roblox game using dominoes. Originally, there were supposed to be 4 winners. 3 players who had created games with Dominos, and 1 player who had made a YouTube video about any of the maps participating in the competition. But because way more people participated than was originally anticipated, Roblox increased the amount of winners, and in the end 13 Domino Crowns were made. Take good care of those Domino Crown hats, since there are only going to be 13 in existence. You can bet that they will be worth a lot when we allow—
Only 13? You can bet that they will be worth a lot when we allow people to start trading items. We can trade items in Roblox? I did not know that. I did not know that.
people to start trading items. Yeah, you could say that. Anyway, just like the Valkyrie helmet, because of its iconic look, it got its own item series. But I don't think there's a single Roblox avatar item series
68 million. What the actual
series with a bigger price difference with the original and its following one. Anyway, there have actually been 3 free Domino Crowns. Obviously the original for winning in the Roblox event, but one is given out to all Roblox interns at the end of their internship, so this one you need to be a nerd to get and might not count as free, but one that was completely free for everyone was obtained by simply using a Roblox promo code. It looks pretty cool too, but the actual best looking Domino Crown is the counterfeit Domino Crown, which is an incredible remake of the original Domino Crown.
Oh look! 6 million for the legit one. This is the normal one, and this is the counterfeit one. You can't really tell the difference, really. This one kind of looks, I think this one looks cooler. It's cool, I like it.
Now let's go to a piece of clothing which happens to be the most beautiful Roblox shirt ever made. The Bullet Warning Roblox merch. The Bullet Warning Roblox merch is made using Bedrock, Vibranium, and a tiny piece of Nokia to make sure it never gets destroyed or dirty, no matter what games you play, and it's the most common.
Bros, that he's promoting his own merch. Let me skip that. Alright, the last one he's going to talk about a Dominus, I think. But yeah, those are some Roblox items you will probably never be able to get unless you're like insanely rich. Let's watch the Dominus and we're going to end this video.
Expensive and iconic Roblox hat series ever made. The Dominus. The Dominus is a Roblox item series that every Roblox player used to dream of owning. Maybe it was to show that you were rich, or to show that you were an old Roblox player, or simply to look cool. It all depended on what a Dominus meant to you. There are currently 16 different variations of the Dominus, so some are naturally worth more than others, but basically all of them still said one if not many of these things. This is especially true to the Dominus Imperius with the now cheapest price of 540 million Robux.
Cheap? 500 million is cheap?
With an original price of 13,337 and an original stock of 26, many of them having fully disappeared over time. This is because it's the first Dominus ever made, published January 24, 2010, famously worn by Stickmaster Luke, the creator of Natural Disaster Survival. But despite this being the original Dominus, you could argue that there are more rare Dominuses out there. The big one being the Dominus Venari. This Dominus was obtained by one person in the Ready Player One Roblox event for being the very first person to complete the event.
Finished the hunt as the first player ever. Wait, what? Did I get the Dominus?
So quantity-wise, this is the rarest Dominus, tied with the Dominus Inspirationist and Dominus Azurelight, both given through the Make-A-Wish Foundation, all of these Dominuses only having one owner each. And as the least rare and cheapest Dominus, which you're most likely to see someone wearing in game, we have the Dominus Formidolasis. This Dominus is worth over 100,000 Robux and has a stock of 3,700. I've been playing Roblox since 2016.
Who is buying these things for 100k Robux? Good lord.
And I've seen Dominus Formidolasis a couple times, but still so little that it's in the single digits. Dominuses are not as big as they used to be because of UGC items and Roblox not really releasing any new ones, but it's nice to see someone still values them. Now there's something I need to tell you all that I haven't told anyone before. I own a Dominus. And no, I'm not talking about one of those cheap retextured UGC items.
Why are you running?
I'm talking about the first Dominus ever made, the Dominus Imperius. I'll be giving it away at 100.
He owns a Dominus and he's gonna give it away. W him. Anyways, I reacted to the video. Amazing. You will never get those those items.